Welcome, friends and fiends. At this moment, I'm in the mood to have some fun with everyone's favorite book, the Bible. Yes, I know it's not the best choice for fun time, so bear with me. This will take some effort on my part, perhaps some talent to transmute this tome, this massive book, into something fun. Is it possible? I'll do my best. Today's focus will be on the mysteries of Daniel 7, and I like to call this my Good Morning Bible lectures. Maybe this is the first of many. Daniel 7 is quite popular with people who like mysteries. It's famous for its bizarre four beasts: a winged lion, a four-headed winged leopard, a bear carrying around three spare ribs, and a terrible beast with 10 horns. Scary stuff. Or something straight out of children's books. You choose how to react. Clever people want to identify these four beasts with four empires, four civilizations: Babylon, Persia, Greece, and Rome. Yeah, and they go further and plant Europe on top of the head of Rome, as supposedly the 10 horns represent 10 nations. Uh, well, I have bad news for them. Babylon never existed. The Persian Empire never existed. Greece, ancient Greece, never existed. Rome, a fantasy, as I've already argued in other presentations. And of course, needless to say, these animals don't exist. Well, maybe bears walking around with spare ribs exist. But hey, I thought the bear was like a symbol for the Russians, not for the Persians. But well, let them have their fantasy, science fiction or nature fiction. These animals don't exist. The civilizations don't exist. Perfect. And these are the four terrible beasts of Daniel, mentioned again in Revelation, captured perfectly by a 2-year-old. Scary stuff. People have invested some effort into visualizing what these beasts look like. This here, our lion is walking on two legs. The wings are fair size, but probably not big enough to levitate a lion. And a four-headed leopard makes total sense. Couldn't think of better images for nonsense. Yeah, and they do go on different websites, different people, I suppose. The shaggy goat is the king of Greece. How flattering. Well, as I've said before, all animals in the Bible represent humans, and it's not flattering. It's how they view us. They, the WCC, I like to call them, the Western criminal cabal. Well, there's those scary bears captured very accurately. Scary, scary leopards. Leopards means lion horses. Ridiculous names, too. And how loud is a lion? I prefer children's art, thank you. And here's leopards, triangular leopards. Lovely stuff. Oh, we got the terrible beast, but not. Let's get serious and look at the actual text of Daniel 7. Oh, one moment, I forgot something serious. You see, the terrible beast, which is the fourth beast, has 10 horns, and one day it so happens that a small horn uprooted 3 of those horns. And well, this new horn is very loud, likes to talk big, likes to boast. Actually, this is a nice joke based on baby teeth, losing your baby teeth. 3 baby teeth knocked out by a adult tooth. Is that possible? Yes, a molar can indeed displace or affect the eruption of more than one baby tooth. This typically happens in a few specific ways. Ectopic eruption, this occurs when a permanent tooth, like a first molar, erupts in an abnormal path. It can crowd out or dissolve roots of more than one adjacent baby tooth. It could cause some pain and screaming too. It's the loud tooth. Overcrowding, if there's not enough room, obviously, there could be a domino effect, loosening several baby teeth, and supernumerary, extra teeth. In some case, an extra molar can develop and displace multiple neighboring baby teeth. There's another Bible mystery solved. One moment as I shift gears to the actual text. We'll have some serious fun with that. Serious fun. Excuse my. What is that? Not quite a contradiction. Well, I forgot the word. All right, Daniel 7 from the King James Version. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, or Babel, Daniel, whom the king renamed Belteshazzar, just an extra TE in his name. Of course, kings were in the habit of naming pagan kings were in the habit of naming Jewish men or boys after themselves. Makes perfect sense. In any case, this king had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed. It's the awkward diction of the Bible, the KJV. Most people interpret this just to mean that he had dreams in his head while asleep. But the phrase, his head upon his bed, sounds a bit morbid. Could be the first hint of the cannibal theme I am so fond of detecting. Well, this king wrote the dream, copied it down. That sounds very normal, and told the sum of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision. Wait a second. I saw now Daniel. I thought the king had the dream. Now Daniel speaking as if he had a dream. Well, they are the same person, I guess. I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the 4 winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea. Yes, the winds are in the habit of striving and competing. wrestling, nonsense. But that number 4 is much beloved by the author of this chapter. And 4 great beasts came up from the sea. Wait a second, we got a lion with wings coming up from the sea, a leopard with wings, a bear. We don't have any fish, not even a marine mammal. What can I say? Yes, let them swim with their wings. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. Regular eagle's wings would look very small on a lion. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked. Goodness, first you give him wings and now you pluck the feathers off or the entire wings off? Or are we just grabbing those wings and lifting it up from the earth and made to stand upon the feet? Which feet? As a man, the back feet, and a man's heart was given to it. Not a brain. No, we don't need brains. Just the heart will do. Made to stand as a man, or as a trained lion might stand on its hind legs for a few seconds. And behold, another beast, the second, like to a bear. And it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it. Who is they? The masters? Arise, devour much flesh. Interesting. The lion received the heart. We assume that heart was put in its breast, but maybe it was put in its paws to eat, as the next beast receives, or an order at least, to eat flesh. How curious. I guess the flesh on the ribs. After this, I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it. I'm tired of these its. It's like intentionally bad diction, bad writing, too many pronouns, redundant pronouns. And this leopard has the wings of a fowl, as opposed to the wings of a bat or a flying fish. The beast also had 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. Excellent. Was given to it. So someone else has the power, and this beast is just a puppet king. After this, I saw in the night visions. And behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. Ooh. It devoured and broke in pieces. What did it break in pieces? There's no object here. And stamped the residue of whatever it was breaking into pieces with the feet of it. And it was diverse, different from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns, or teeth. Yes, they are similar, structurally, materially. I consider the horns. I'm sure he didn't figure it out as we did, unlike us. And behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns, plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things, or big things, or big words. I beheld till the thrones were cast down. Who's casting down thrones? I guess, the terrible beast, the dreadful and terrible beast, is casting down other thrones. And the Ancient of Days. What is that? The Ancient of Days. Ancient is related to the Latin ante, which is very similar to the word or the prefix ante. Ante means before, antecedent, or precedent. I did make notes on this somewhere. In any case, I think it's a sly hint that we're dealing with the Antichrist, the Ancient of Days, the ante, the after or before Christ, whose garment was white as snow. That's maybe he's stressed out, and the hair of his head like pure wool. He's a lamb. It's Jesus. Ooh, that powerful lamb. His throne was like the fiery flame. That does not sound comfortable. No way. But it does agree with what I've said about thrones in other presentations. That thrones were really electric chairs. Strom is electricity, and Dutch throne. And his wheels as burning fire. Curious expression, burning fire. What is a burning fire? Is it different from regular fire? Are we distinguishing it from cooling fire? I don't know. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Fiery stream. It's just a river made of fire? What could this mean? Could it be the concentrated sunlight I've spoken about? Sunlight concentrated by magnifying glasses, used to heat large cookware, which would be or were large enough to hold human bodies. The cannibal cult, yes. They knew how to do some serious solar cooking after they electrocuted to unconsciousness their victims. Thousands ministered unto him. 1,000,000 people tried to care for this Ancient of Days, the Lamb. I guess they're all feeding now on the lamb who's just been cooked. Ministered might be irony. And 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. The judgment was set. Yes. Was he tasty or not? Is he good enough to eat? I beheld then because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake. I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed, eaten, and given to the burning. Oh, well, maybe not eaten yet. No, this would be butchered and then cooked in the burning flame. As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time. How do you prolong life? Is this the alchemy of immortality, adrenochrome, the blood of Jesus, or infants? I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven. Yeah, it's a nice allusion perhaps to the great airships used by the Western criminal cabal some 200 years ago, 100 years ago, and before they faked the crash of the Hindenburg, or just orchestrated it. Anyway, then came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. Who's him? We got two hymns here. Sing your hymn. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom. Yes, he has to be a king, a sacrificial king, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion. A little joke. The Catholic Church and Jesus never quite achieved absolute dominion, but the WCC certainly has absolute dominion, if not over everyone's mind, surely over almost everyone's economic situation. And that dominion shall not pass away. That's a nice fantasy. And his kingdom, that which shall not be destroyed. Ooh, okay. Strange diction again. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me. Oh, you silly, weak, troubled man. Can't you have some fun? I came near unto one of them that stood by, and asked him the truth of all this. Isn't that curious? David suddenly needs help interpreting dreams, but in Daniel chapter 2, he single-mindedly interpreted the king's dream when no one else could, partly because the king refused to tell the others what his dream was. So the challenge became a bit too overwhelming. I continue. So he told me and made me know the interpretation of the things. Thank you, anonymous man or woman. These great beasts, says the anonymous person, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. Out of the earth? Why not out of their mothers? No, out of the earth, because kings are not what we think they are. They are sacrificial kings, human sacrifices, prepared mockingly, yes, for the Western cannibal club. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. Oh, what happened to the kings below? They don't get nothing. Well, they do get nothing. Excuse my double negative. The saints of the Most High. That sounds like the WCC. They lived above ground. Their slaves, human cattle, lived below ground. As I have, let's say, proven in other presentations. They shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Just a little emphasis there, in case you didn't understand the first ever. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was different from all the others, exceedingly dreadful, whose teeth were of iron. Oh, Daniel, you already went over this. Oh, an added detail, thank you. And his nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. And of the 10 horns, again, we will not, I won't bother you with the repetition. I beheld, and the same horn made war. That's the big mature molar. with the saints. Molars like to eat, I guess, and prevailed against them. Well, now the saints are edible. Yeah, nothing is permanent in the Bible. It is designed to confuse us until the Ancient of Days came. Oh, here's my note. Ancient of Days, very old, having lasted, blah, blah. French ancient, old, long-standing, ancient, da da da. From Latin, ante, before, in front of, against. From Proto-Indo-European anti. It is the Antichrist. Another joke. And judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be different from all kingdoms. I think every kingdom is different from other kingdoms. In which way is this one uniquely different? It seems to be extraordinarily hungry. It shall devour the whole earth and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. Good luck with that. Well, we are doing our share of breaking the earth with our mining operations, perhaps. And before that, much tunneling was done. I just reminded myself that the Qanat system built throughout the Middle East and North Africa measures about 300,000 kilometers. That's 300,000 kilometers of underground tunnels, most just about the right size for a single human to proceed in digging forward. In any case, the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise. Now, well, we just had 4 kings, and one of those kings has 10 kings on his head, and another 11th shall rise after them. That's the mature molar, and he shall be different from the first. Okay, we got it. They're different. I got it. And he shall speak big words. Okay, we're more repetition. Forgive me. But am I missing anything important? All right. Let's go back. This one great king who knocked out the other 10 or 3, let's say, the other 3. He shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Wear out. How does he do that? Does he rub them, chew them, or just talk too much with big words? And think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of time. Yes, they like to write things that don't make much sense and are not clear. And so we go digging and thinking and wasting our time on this intentional anti-intelligence work. Anti-intelligence work, indeed. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion. What? What did he do wrong? He broke the earth to consume and to destroy it unto the end. All right, we're going to eat him now. Another king has been eaten. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. So that now, yeah, that sounds nice. It sounds like Christians or Jews, if they have saints, will receive the kingdom and the dominion, the entire earth, I suppose, which now, well, which has already been broken. Oops, and trampled. But it will be everlasting, and that's nice. Um, and all dominions, I guess, all provinces and states and territories shall serve and obey him. Until now, this is the end of the matter. Nothing more to say, thank goodness. As for me, Daniel, my cogitations much troubled me, and my countenance changed in me. But I kept matter in my, well, okay, in your heart, in your mind, in your head. Well done, authors of the Bible. You did your best to entertain us. Somewhat failed, but I hope my reading redeemed your effort. I hope that was enjoyable. I hope others follow in my footsteps and have some fun with the Bible. Let's stop arguing and dreaming about this. Amen. Ooh. That's all for now, friends and fiends.